anything?
Here, yeah,
Do I need to play this way?
Let's give you the longer table.
Dude, have you seen this? There's a band called 12 Foot Ninja. They mix all this samba and stuff. I was just a little flat on one of these strings. Alright. What time is it? Are you actually recording?
Yeah.
I got a tune. Sorry. You caught me out of tune.
That's what happens.
I've got to be in tune.
Hey guys, I always have a freaking great time when my buddy Jay comes into town.
Hi.
Because he reminds me of when we were kids. Not that you're a kid, Jay.
I'm a kid. You told me I'm a kid.
But I wanted to talk about.
I can't get my hands out of this candy.
What are you doing, dude?
I'm eating this candy.
See, this is why he reminds me
I'll go have some candy.
Being a kid. Remember when we used to watch Spinal Tap?
Still eating my sugar.
Just over and over again.
Yeah, man, that's it. Spinal Tap, yeah.
So Jay and I, we kind of both discovered playing in a band at the same time. He discovered bass, I discovered guitar. But he's the one that I knew who Rush was. But I think you let me borrow your Exit Stage Left cassette. Or maybe it was my brother's. I don't remember. All I know is that we got a friend involved, played drums, named Brandon. We were at my house watching Exit Stage Left live on VHS.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you remember, Jay?
I remember that being on Laserdisc.
You did?
That's how old we are. I think it was Laserdisc. No, it was a video.
No, it was VHS.
It was fun, and Exit Stage Left's a good one because it's live. Yeah. So you don't only get the the experience of moving pictures, which is a great album. It's a really cool album, man. If you know anything about music or how to play it, and that was a cool one. Yeah, and incidentally, this guy could play like anything on guitar that you name it. And then our drummer, Brandon Chappell at the time, was a guy who could play anything.
Rush.
That Neil Peart played, so I was just lucked out. And I was actually accidentally filling the bass from him. We played Dockin' together at a church fireside party.
That was our first gig.
We played Dockin' for an LDS church fireside.
Yeah.
Huh?
And that
was fun.
That was way fun.
That was for real.
And it was incredible. And we had people walk out. That's how rock and roll it was.
That's what rock and roll is. That's
and if you listen to Dockin' today, it's so tame. Right? So what was it about Rush that like just made you want to? I just feel like as soon as you discovered Rush,
here's the funny thing,
you became obsessed.
It wasn't long before that I didn't know anything about music. You know, I was new to music like that time. I was just tipping.
No, you were just.
I was putting my toes in the water.
You really were, but you were obsessed. Though.
I used to make fun of Rush though a long time ago. It was funny. Not even 3-4 years before that, I made fun of my friend because he went to a Rush concert. I was like, I can't believe you went and saw those guys, man. They're terrible. Guy with the big nose, and they turned out to be really, really good. And years later, I ended up meeting Geddy Lee, of course. Yeah. But I mean, if you know, once I got to know what the bass guitar did, me being a hyperactive, like ADHD kind of guy, like it was just no fun.
What?
No, what? What?
You are?
That's call my lawyer. Anyway, so dude, the bass, you know, I just couldn't sit there and just play regular bass guitar. Of course, nobody could. Les Claypool was popping up at the time. He was doing weird stuff.
Chili Peppers.
Yeah, the Chili's Flea was going crazy. There were just people really beating the crap out of bass guitar, so it was fun to play. And then, you know, it was that thing you get when you're that age, a teenager. Like, man, if I can play this music, that means I can write my own. It's like, oh, we could write our own music. Oh my gosh. So
and
anyway,
Jay, Jay ended up. I ended up going on a Mormon mission, and Jay, you guys ended up moving to Seattle.
Went to Seattle
and sleeping
in the
on
90s.
Floors.
Oh, that was crazy, man. Yeah, we did the whole 90s gig. It was fun, man. It was crazy. It was. Yeah. It was. We were hungry. Then next thing we were full. It was exciting. It was crazy. Yeah. But I mean, as far as bass guitar goes, you know, and the whole Rush experience, like, you can't really get into Rush until you understand what they're doing as a band, you know, and once you realize what they're doing as a band. Because I think most guitar players, you would say, in bands are probably more complex than the other players, don't you think? In some cases. Depends on what type of music. I mean, if it's funk, band, a guitar player probably doesn't go too crazy. But if it's blues, and it's rock, typically the traditional band and the traditional music, the guitar player is really doing a lot of work and different things, and the bass and the drums are pretty refined. And Rush is not like that. All three of those players are pushing as much as they can out of these instruments all at once, and somehow making it all sound good together. So it's fascinating. It's really fun to listen to them and then to watch them. And then when you try to play their music, all of a sudden it's a whole nother world. You're like, wow, these guys are not screwing around. Like they're for real, man.
So I was lucky enough to see the last tour they did, which was the one where Neil decided he wanted to retire, which they made him play. Yeah. But what's interesting is when we were kids, I loved just Jay was so excited about music, which made everyone else excited about it. I think we were just excited about it. And we played some gigs at the high school with him. Even after we graduated, we came back and played some gigs. But Jay I think you used to think you wished you were Geddy Lee, because he used to tape popsicle sticks to his, what kind of keyboard was it?
I don't know. It's like a Yamaha or Casio or something. Maybe I made my own homemade
He had
Moog
popsicle
pedals
sticks
to play while
yeah,
I
so
played bass
he would
and
step
sang.
on these popsicle sticks, and we'd play like Limelight and Spirit of Radio. But it was a good time. So what were we doing here today, Jay? What song were we recording?
We tried New World Man. I just crashed the studio, and then after
Jay just happens to be in town
out of nowhere,
which
he
is
throws
great
New World Man
because
at me.
when Jay kind of comes in, it's like, come up, dude, let's do something, because there's no one else in.
There's something in my teeth.
No.
Okay.
We're in Utah, man. There's nobody else that's just comes in and just wants to play. So.
Dude, we were just talking about that, how easy a song New World Man is. It's their simplest one. There's not too many. It's very rudiment. It's very lots of roots and just simple octave stuff. And it's got reggae in it and stuff. It's weird. It's an interesting mix for Rush. Still a tough song to play, man. They're not screwing around. It's got some meat on it and it pops. It's just moving. And if you don't keep up, especially for bass, you flub. You just flub. Yeah. You're flubber, man. Yeah.
Well, and I told Jay, hey, we're going to do a New World Man. He's like, oh, that's an easy one. Then he came in and...
Not so easy.
Realized.
I like to rehearse before I do these things. This is all pretty impulsive. But
no, it was fun.
We had fun.
Hey, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully we'll have the song at the end of... Yeah. No, we're going to have this... We're going to do New World Man. Brandon, the drummer from high school, is going to be here playing... Yep, we've got
He pays me in candy.
Which he doesn't need, because he already has enough energy.
Absolutely.
He's a rebel and a runner. He's a signal turning green. He's a
rebel and a rust. I know. I have to read the lyrics.